Welcome to Jesus 911, two retired LA cops here interviewing Tony Schreiner, the CEO of Mass for the Ages. Hey, well, you got two guys that got your back right here, Jess Romero and Paul Clay. We love what you're doing. And and this is our favorite topic, the holy sacrifice of the Mass.
Amen, brothers. Yeah.
The Latin Mass has that effect across the board. It's just amazing. And it's because I believe, this is just my opinion, when that Mass was given to us, Christendom was in full array, so to speak, and it represents the height of why the Mass of the Ages instead of a more successful, and I'll say that with a lot of skepticism, project like The Chosen, because I don't believe it is more successful.
There's a lot of eyeballs on The Chosen, right? There's a lot of eyeballs on that.
Yes.
And I would agree with you. What's the definition of success? Here's the thing that I think it really fires me up. And yes, I can't not be on fire because God is so good. Jesus is so amazing. But one of the biggest things is the Mormons are telling our story through the Protestants. That's what Angel Studios is. And I can't take that. We cannot take that. We're not going to let the Mormons tell our story through the Protestants. And that's what The Chosen is. Now, can good things come from The Chosen? Good things can come from anything because God is all powerful and almighty. But we have to reclaim media, and we need Catholics to wake up and say, look, support holy Catholic things. Yes. And that's what we're trying to do. Not just, let's just try to get as many eyeballs as we can and bring the money in. Angel Studios makes tens of millions of dollars off of Catholics. We can't let the Mormons tell our story. We can't let the Protestants tell our story. All this belongs to us, and we want to bring them into the fold. That's why we need to get people to help us out.
Here's a measure of success for you. Which pleases God more, the Mass of the Ages or The Chosen?
I hope us. I hope it's us, right?
There's no doubt about it.
Tony, I actually think that now that we're talking about The Chosen, that could actually be a feeder for you guys, because as that program starts awakening people to the person of Jesus Christ, now some people or a lot of people are going to say, I want to go deeper.
Yes.
I want to go deeper. And if they run across your outfit, tradition.tv, Mass of the Ages, they're going to get the fullness of what Jesus Christ left us. So to me, I see The Chosen as kind of it could be a springboard for you guys, because it's awakening a lot of dormant hearts to the person of Jesus. And you guys are giving them the great wedding feast of the Lamb. This is what Jesus came to give us on planet Earth until we go to heaven.
Amen. So, that's a good point, Jesse. That's right. Yeah.
I took a UFC fighter, UFC Hall of Famer. I took a Harrison Butker. I took a guy from every branch of the service that's seen combat. I took Father Chad Ripperger's right-hand man for the last 20 years on his exorcism team, Kyle Clement. So I took these 8 alpha guys. I took Scott Sullivan, who's a former Pride champion in Europe, a European heavyweight champion. I took 8 what we would call hammers. And I asked them, what attracted you guys to the Latin Mass? And again, these are well-adjusted, well-oriented, well-respected men that talked about what was it about the Latin Mass that brought them back to the church. That's one of the things. If we could get men back into the church, into the Latin Mass, the women and the children are going to follow.
Yeah, totally. 100%. And thank you. Thank you for sending me the book. I'm in it right now and I'm loving it because that's what happened to me. You know, I'm a go after it. Let's go kill it. Let's go do it. Let's build businesses. Let's do that thing. And that can be a good thing, right? But at the end of the day, we've got to be mindful. Every male has to be mindful that God is ultimately number one. He has sovereign rights over us. It's not like I'm going to do anything. I can't do anything without God, right? Jesus tells us that. So for men, and we've had Boss Rutan on one of our episodes, and he as one of the guys in your book. And I think that that's what's so critical, is that the beauty and the truth that's in the traditional Latin Mass, it hits us men and it takes us right to the core of Jesus Christ, right? His divinity and his humanity in the Eucharist. So I agree 100% that that's the prayer that we have, is that men wake up to this. They put their stupid video games down. They put pornography down. They put all these things that are distracting them. They put it down and they take their eyes to Jesus Christ. And Amen. You really feel him in the old rite. You feel him. Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard things like, they have been working on feminizing the faith. These kinds of things are out there. Well, here's what I got to tell you. When you look at the history of the Catholic Church, and when you look at sacred tradition and the Latin Mass, it is all about men doing what God called them to do, which is to go out and be the spiritual heads of their families.
Yes.
And lead. And this, I think we've lost some of this after Vatican II.
Yeah.
But I think we can reclaim it and motivate men